Hi, hello everyone. A big hi to all my dear, awesome, super great Vachalogs in the classroom. So, everyone, let me say hi by calling out their names. I'm going to look into the chat box. Hi, hello everyone. Hi, Annie. Okay, hi, Ishika, crazy girl. Preeti, good evening. Good evening to everyone. Pala, good evening, Bhaiya. Good evening, mera pyari behan. Prabhat, Ani, Myara, yes, I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for asking. So, Kamlesh, Miss Sanjana, Ani, okay, Mansi, and every awesome, super beautiful, super great Vachalog in the classroom. Hi, good evening to everyone. And you all know this is the third lecture of our super great chapter, which is mechanical properties of fluids. And what are the topics we are going to discuss in today's class? Buoyant force, Archimedes principle, principle of flotation, right? Streamline flow and buoyant flow, right? And sorry, not buoyant flow, turbulent flow, है ना? Then we'll also be discussing about yes, equation of continuity. These are the topics for today's class. I hope you all came prepared with a pen and a book because we have so much to write, so many multiple choice questions to solve everyone. So yes, if you all are ready, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and those who love me more, they simply call me Ameer Bhaiya. है ना? So a bit of introduction about myself. I hope you all can see. I have an experience of more than 3.5 years in the field of teaching JEE, NEET and board student. I'm a BTech graduate from NIT Calicut in mechanical engineering, and here all I am along with you, right? To study mechanical properties of fluids along with you, isn't it? And chalo, one thing is not written here that I'm from Kerala, so I don't know Hindi much. So we'll be mainly basically communicating in the language of English, but थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी होती रहती है, ठीक है, बीच बीच में throughout the sessions. Okay, now let's have a look at our schedule. So here we are on 6th of December, मेरा बच्चा लोग, okay. So on this, okay, pen का है, pen इधर है, 1 minute बच्चा लोग. So pen 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll set it. And for the time being, we'll use red color. Okay, देख ले. Here we are on 6th of December, where we are doing the part 3 of our fluids, and part 4 will be done on 7th of December, which means tomorrow. Okay, and next class, you all know, for your seniors, for your bada bhaiyo and behno, right? They are having exams on Friday, so we'll be giving more preference for their classes. Okay? So this week we won't be having any further classes other than tomorrow. Our class will be restarting on 13th of December, which is next Monday, right? Where we'll be doing the 5th lecture of mechanical properties. Okay, and on 14th, right, on Tuesday, we'll be having the 6th lecture. Okay, matlab after tomorrow, your next class will be on Monday and Tuesday, which is 13th and 14th. Why? Because more preference will be given to 4. Yes, class 12 student, because their exams are going on. So we should be helping them, na? Because it's your bada bhai and bada behan. Okay. So, bachcho log, moving on. देख ले. Now, whoever don't want to miss the live classes from my favorite teachers, be a part of the Telegram channel. The link is given here and in the description box. We all are waiting for you. Okay. Bugs Bounty, those who don't know, right? It's an amazing program which will help you to get so much of prizes. What do you all have to do? You simply have to go to the description. There you'll find a form. Fill the form if you are finding any inappropriate content in the videos uploaded by Unacademy, and if it is valid, so many बहुत सारे prizes आ जाएगा अब सब लोगों को घर पे. Okay, so yes. बच्चा लोग, is there anyone who haven't written the Unacademy Combat scholarship test at least once in their lifetime? You must, because once you write this, you can get through, right? You can start experiencing, you can start doing many multiple choice questions from each chapter. That is an amazing thing, right? You will come across so many multiple choice questions. That is first thing. Then if you get a rank among the first 25, certificates from Unacademy will be distributed to you. That's amazing. Then for the ranks 1 to 3, 1 year of free Unacademy Plus subscription is given. Oh my goodness. And other rankers are also given scholarships. Isn't it amazing? Yes, it is very much. So, jaldi se jaldi, everyone come and enroll for this Unacademy Combat scholarship test. If you want to get enrolled for free, you just need to remember this code while enrolling so that you can enroll for this particular test completely for free. The code is AMB10. Okay. Bacha log, now I'm giving you a small task. Can you all do that? Can you all do that? To all the bacha logs here in the classroom, Prabhat, Anthony, Annie, Shh, Sagar, Kunal, Shh, Mastermind. Okay, so Shh is coming in between. Prabhat, Anusha. Okay, so that small thing. Hi, good evening, Harsh. Right, share the class to all your friends and ask them to join the classroom as soon as possible, because we are going to start with our class within 2 minutes. So in this 2 minutes, whoever is new to this platform, I'll give you a brief introduction about our Plus subscription platform. Okay, देखले why you have to be a part of Unacademy Plus subscription, though everything is available for free in YouTube, है ना? Because nowadays everything is available in YouTube. Though everything is available, every content is available, amazing teachers are available, right? The only thing that lacks is, right, personal guidance, है ना? Personal mentoring. So those who need that, okay, those who need the personal guidance from a teacher directly, those who want to clear your doubts in the classroom when a teacher is taking the subject, okay, this can only happen in the Plus subscription platform, because in the Plus subscription there is a feature called as in-call facility. So in that, whenever a teacher is taking class and you want to clear your doubts, you can press on the in-call option. We will be taking the calls and we'll be responding to your doubt on time. Wow, isn't that feature an amazing thing which every student here wants? I think so. Then bacha log, you all can see that all amazing teachers here, right, will be taking all the classes with a proper schedule targeting JEE, NEET and the board examination, and we'll be taking all the classes in a proper order so that you can keep track of all the topic that is being covered in the classroom. Okay, so slowly you'll start having so much of interest when everything falls in a proper order, and you'll start giving more and more hard work, and your progress, right, will be visible everywhere. Okay, then top educators of the country who's having a very good experience will be there to teach you, right? They'll be telling you what are the multiple choice questions as you should be practicing, what are the examination pattern you should be expecting. You just follow them. You're going to ace in all the competitive examination which you're going to write, mera bacha log. Then, right, obviously you'll end up in the colleges which you are dreaming about, right, which can help you end up in amazing careers of your life. Study materials will be given to you. Practice tests and live test series will make you super confident, mera bacha log, and will bring the best from every one of you. So, dekh le, as we are at the academic year end, I think you should all be going for the 6-month subscription. It will cost you 1,667 per month. And do you need to pay that much? Bilkul nahi. Because we have the code. Code is AMB10, the code for the entire physics family. AMB10, use this, get 10% of discount from the prices mentioned here and maximum offers while you make the subscription. Okay. Then moving on. In Iconic, you'll get all the features of Plus, but some extra super amazing and super useful features will be there, such as personal mentor. Matlab, a person will be assigned to you. He'll be telling you what to study, what not to study, how to study, right? And whenever you feel low, this person will be there just like a brother to help you and to boost yourself up, okay, and to help you prepare again with full of your confidence, right? You will feel so much comfortable. You will feel so good when this person is assigned to you. Then live doubt solving classes will be there. Weekly reports will be given to you. So if you go for 6 months of Iconic, it will cost you 2,833 per month. And if you want again, 10% of discount, use the code which is AMB10 and get 10% of discount. Maximum offers while you make the subscription. Now there is one more reason which I love for you all to make the subscription, because we just have started the new course for our term 2 topics, which is the Spark course for term 2. You all know it's time to start with our term 2 with some personal guidance, with some personal mentoring, okay, and lot much of NCERT problems we are going to do it, and you can see the entire panel of amazing teachers here. So jaldi se jaldi everyone come and enroll for this particular course. You are going to make a huge leap in the term 2 topics, right? Okay, so expecting every one of you. Don't forget the code. It's AMB10 while you make the subscription. Okay, everyone is waiting for you, so jaldi se jaldi aa jaiye sabne. Now it's time. Now bacha log, it's time. It's time for what? It's time for our physics. So what do you all say? Shall we start? Shall we start? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can I? Okay, 1 minute. I'll just reduce the brightness, I say. Okay, I think this will do. I hope everything is fine, right? Because there was so much of brightness on the screen. I hope everything is fine. You all can see properly. Myara, ready? Balaji, Sabra, Mansi. Hi, Mithilesh. Good evening. Shraddha. Okay. Everyone, I suppose, Baji, Preeti, Anthony, everyone is like, sir, let's crack it. Let's go for it. Right? And here we go with the chapter. Okay. Everybody, open your book. Take out your pen. Done. Write the heading. What is it? Buoyant force. Right? Okay. So why it is upside down? Okay. So here we are at the empty list. Okay. Now, I think everybody have written down what is buoyant force. Right? Okay. So written down the heading buoyant force like we do all the time. Let's read the definition first. Then we'll go for the formula. Then we'll go for the ultimate explanation like we do in all the classes. Buoyant force. Everyone read the definition given here by my content writer. Okay. Buoyancy or upthrust is an upward force. It's an upward force exerted by a fluid that opposes the weight of a partially or fully immersed object. Okay. This is the definition of a buoyant force. Is it clear? I think you already have a very good base from the 10th standard, right? What is buoyant force? Those who are not clear, what is buoyant force? They clear. This is a fluid, this blue color fluid. In the blue color fluid, we are inserting a cube. Okay. Let's say the volume of this particular cube is V. What is V? V is the volume of the cube which is immersed inside this particular fluid. Buoyant force, the definition says, there is an upward force acting on this particular cube, right? And that upward force acting on this particular cube, which is immersed inside a fluid of density rho, is called as buoyant force, and that upward force is acting, right? Okay, the reason why an upward force is acting, we are going to discuss. Now just understand that there is an upward force, okay, upper ek force, someone is pushing, right? That force is called as buoyant force. What is the formula? Matlab, how can we calculate the amount or the magnitude of this buoyant force acting on this cube? Look here. Just look at the formula. What is it? It is V. What is V? Is it velocity? V is the volume of the body that is immersed inside the liquid. V is volume of the body which is immersed inside the liquid. Right? Okay. G, acceleration due to gravity. Then rho. Don't make a mistake here. Rho is not the density of the material. Everyone, now itself, okay, let's learn without having any errors or conceptual mistake. Rho is the density of the fluid in which the material is immersed. Rho kya hai? Rho is the density of the liquid in which this particular material is immersed. So this is called as buoyant force. This is the definition of buoyant force. This is the formula for buoyant force. What is the direction? Upwards. Clear till this part, right? Definition, direction, formula. Okay? Those who want to write it down, matlab those who want to note it down, jaldi se note kar le. Okay, jaldi se note kar le. Because I'm going to explain how there is an upward buoyant force acting on the body. So I think you all have noted it down. Okay? So let's see how there is a net upward buoyant force acting on the body. What am I gonna do? I am gonna take a beaker. Dekh le. We are having a beaker. Okay. Inside the beaker, there is some fluid. Let's say its density is rho. Fine. Inside this fluid, I'm going to keep a body, right? And it is having a volume of V. Clear? Yes. Let's say the sides of this part, let's say this is a cube, okay? And the sides of the cube is having a value of H. Pressure on the top surface is P1. Pressure on the bottom surface is P2. You know that because of the pressure, there will be a force acting on the upward surface. right? Let us mark it as F1. How will you write the force as if pressure is defined? How will you write force? Array, pressure is equal to force by area. Okay? So force will be equal to pressure into area. What is the pressure on the top surface of the cube? P1 into A. Okay? So a force of F1 will be acting downward. Why? Because there is a pressure P1. So formula for force is P1 into A. Got it? Okay. Similarly, there will be a force acting at the downward, right? At the bottom surface of this particular cube. How much? Let's call it as F2. And how much will be the value of force acting in the upward direction? Array, force is equal to pressure in that point into area. Okay. Done. Okay. Now tell me which pressure is greater, P1 or P2? Is pressure P1 or P2 which is greater? Array, simple, P2. Why? Because P2 is at a larger depth, right? And if there is any point which is at a larger depth in a fluid, that will be having more pressure. We know that. As we move down, pressure increases. And if we go down, pressure increases, isn't it? Right. Okay. If P2 is greater than P1, F2 is P2 into A, F1 is P1 into A. Which force is greater? Array, P2 into A, isn't it? Because P2 is greater than P1. So P2 into A will be greater. So F2 greater than F1. So there is a net upward force acting because upward force is larger than the downward force. That net upward force acting on the body is called as buoyant force, or the resultant upward force acting on the body, we call it as buoyant force. So the large value of upward force F2 minus the small value of downward force F2 minus F1, that is buoyant force. The resultant of upward and downward force is what we are having as buoyant force. Okay? Shall we continue the derivation? What is F2? P2 into A. F1 kya hai? P1 into A. A is common. P2 minus P1 into A. Array, what is the pressure difference between 2 points which is having a depth difference of H? What is it? Array, P2 minus P1. We have learned so many times. What can I write? H rho G into A. Height of this particular cube into area. What is the answer? Height into area. Length into area. What is it? Volume, right? Into density of the liquid. Then G. मिल गया क्या बच्चा लोग हमको? Did we get the formula which I just defined some moments before? मिल गया? मिल गया? Did we get that same exact formula with so much of happiness and so much of understanding? तो बोल दे, is it clear? Lucky boy, Shabra, clear? Yes. Yo Miara. Got it. Very good, very good. So jaldi se note kar le. I'm giving you 10 seconds to note. Jaldi se, jaldi se. So with a smile, jaldi se note kar le. Hi Dev Gupta. Super duper clear Miara. Okay, Miss Sanjana. Yes. Mithilesh, clear? Preeti, clear. Okay, jaldi se note kar le. Last 5 more seconds. Noted sabra. Arey baap re. So fast. Noted in a Badu book. Okay. So people are rich here. Mithilesh noted. Shreya, Preeti. Very good. Okay. Now, buoyant force topic is over. Formula is V rho G. Okay. Now, one more thing I just want to help you note down from here. Buoyant force is equal to volume of the body that is immersed inside the liquid into density of the liquid into G. Once again, V is volume of the body that is immersed inside the liquid. Why am I stressing on that particular point? I'll help you understand. Dekh le bachcha log. Now, let us take beaker, right? There is some liquid of density rho. In this case, I am not going to immerse that particular cube completely. I am going to partially immerse. Dekh le. The total volume is V, but the volume of the cube that is immersed inside the fluid is V dash. Bacha log, you only tell me. what will be the formula for buoyant force in this case? Is it V rho g or V dash rho g? You only tell me. Look, I'm going to look into the chat box. I'm going to look into the chat box. Is it V rho g होता है या V dash rho g होता है? क्या होता है इधर? Anthony, very good. Anthony gave me the first answer. Anybody else want to give the answer? Anyone else want to give me the answer? Ramesh, V dash, Miara, V dash. Very good, very good, very good. Sabra, Ramesh, Shreya, very good. V dash. Why we have to use V dash instead of V? Because in the formula for buoyant force, again and again, I'm stressing on the point. If you are writing V rho g, V is the volume of the body which is immersed inside the fluid. So here, the volume of the body which is immersed inside the fluid is not V, it's V dash. So we'll use V dash rho g in the calculation of buoyant force. This is another important point. Very important it is. Very important मतलब इतना बड़ा, बहुत important, बहुत, right? जल्दी से note कर ले. It is V dash rho into g. Very important. Okay. 5 seconds, है ना? 5 seconds for noting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? If you all write a very good note and if you are listening to me properly, now what's the time? It's 8:23. At 8:45 I'll be singing a song. ठीक है, आप सब लोगों के लिए एक अच्छा सा गाना गाएगा अमीर भैया ने, ठीक है? But you all have to write down the notes, अच्छे से सब करना है. You have to do the problems along with me, give me the answer. करेगा, है ना? पक्का? पक्का करेगा? I'll just look into the box. Okay, so everyone is noting down. Okay, so Ashish gave me the answer. Shreya, Preeti, Miara, okay, Abdullah, Anchal, Arpan. Okay, very good. ठीक है. So everybody is noting down. फिर तो मैं करेगा, ठीक है? नहीं करेगा तो song भी नहीं करेगा मैं. Okay, let's start with a new topic. Everybody, write down the heading Archimedes Principle. जल्दी से, जल्दी से, जल्दी से, जल्दी से, जल्दी, जल्दी. Archimedes Principle written down. Okay, like we do all the time. Let's read the definition. Here we go. Archimedes' principle states that the upward buoyant force that is exerted on a body. Buoyant force, now everybody know. Direction upward, formula V rho g. Okay. Immersed in a fluid, whether fully or partially, is equal. Buoyant force is equal to what? To the weight of the fluid that the body displaces. Once again, the buoyant force acting on the body is equal to the weight of the fluid that the body displaces. Very important. Okay, shall we understand? Okay, I think you all know about the Archimedes story, na? He was taking a bath in the bathtub and he started running out, right? Okay, I say with obviously he was in the washtub, he forgot that he was not wearing anything, so he just ran out, right, by telling Eureka, Eureka. I hope you know the story, na? Right? So it is that Archimedes itself, and it is that same principle which we got while he was taking bath. हम लोग मतलब if we take bath, what we get? We'll be simply अच्छे से we'll be singing songs and do that. But instead of singing songs, he was actually deriving some formulas and theories there. Let's learn that. Okay, everyone listen to me here. Let's take a beaker. Okay. Let's fill the water, okay, till this small opening. The water is filled till this small opening, okay, and there is a small beaker on the sideways I have kept so that you can collect the excessive flow of water from this bigger beaker. Okay, now क्या कर रहे हैं देख ले भाई चलो. I'm going to take a small material here. मतलब let's say I'm going to take another cube again. I'm going to immerse it. Okay, I'm going to immerse that particular cube there. Which color? Okay, I'll use red color. Okay, now let's say this particular cube is immersed completely inside this fluid. What happens? You know that the water level will be rising and the water will start flowing out through this particular opening, right? And that water is being collected here. Let's say if this cube is having a volume of V, if this cube is having a volume of V, how much water will be collected in this small beaker? Tell me, how much volume will be connected in that small beaker? Isn't it the same as the volume? Because now, okay, this particular cube is occupying a volume of V, which the water was actually occupying before, right? Now, volume doesn't have space. Matlab, the liquid doesn't have space, so it has to flow out, right? Okay, and while it flow out, it is being collected in a chotu wala beaker, right? And obviously, the volume of this particular cube and the volume of the water that has been went out will be the same. Koi doubt? Nahin, right? Okay. Tell me, formula for buoyant force. What is the buoyant force acting on this particular cube of volume V? It's V, density of the liquid, okay, G. Rho L matlab density of the liquid. To specify that rho is the density of the liquid, not density of the material, so that you don't want to get confused. Tell me, what is the weight of this particular fluid? Let's say this is having a mass of M. What is the weight? mg, isn't it? Yes. How will you write the mass as? What is mass? Volume into density, right? Volume, density, G. Density matlab density of the liquid, because we are finding the mass of the liquid. What is the weight of the liquid displaced? Volume, density of the liquid, G. What is buoyant force? Volume, density of liquid, G. Can you relate? Can you relate? Obviously, the buoyant force is equal to the weight of the liquid that is being displaced from this particular bigger container, and this itself is explained or defined in our Archimedes principle. बहुत सा, छोटू सा, simple सा बात है. Okay, समझ में आ गया? समझ में आ गया? This is Archimedes principle. Buoyant force is equal to the weight of the fluid that is being displaced. Perfect. Done, Sabra. Okay. We'll do one more concept, then we'll start doing as many problems as possible. Okay. बहुत सारा problems we are going to solve. Noted with a smile. Arey baap re, very good. Okay. Now we'll do one more concept. एक छोटू सा एक one last concept. उसके बाद we are going to solve many multiple choice questions. Are you ready? Ready? Write the heading as principle of flotation. Yes, got it. Janardhan, Mansi, Preeti, Kunal, Ujjwal. Right? Okay. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Next heading मेरा चलो. Okay. Law of flotation. Okay. What is the law of flotation? Then let's just go through the definition here, right? Then we'll explain what is law of flotation is. Some substance float, isn't it? Some sink completely, right? While some float flatly, it's float, okay? While some float with some part of their submerged. All of this can be explained by laws of flotation. Matlab, to this fluid, right? Okay, you are dropping a material. Sometimes you will see that that particular material will be going down and will be resting on the bottom surface, I say. Sometimes you will see that the body will be floating with its entire volume submerged inside the fluid, okay? Or sometimes it will be floating with its volume partially submerged, right? These are the three different scenarios you can see if you are dropping a body inside a fluid, isn't it? Right? Now, don't you want to know how these three different situations are happening? Chahiye ya nahi chahiye? Chahiye na? So, theek hai. Now, let us take a fresh page and understand how all these different cases are happening when a material is dropped in a fluid. क्या है? Beaker है. Beaker में क्या है? What do we have in the beaker? We have the fluid here inside the beaker. Let's say it is having a density of rho. Let's look into the very first situation, right? Where let's look into the very first situation where the body is floating with its volume entirely submerged inside the fluid. Okay. Is it at rest? Yes. So is the net force acting on the body 0? Yes, because the body is in equilibrium, right? The body is in equilibrium. If the body is in equilibrium, we can say that the net force acting on the body is equal to 0. Yes or no? Yes, the body is at rest, right? At this particular position. Tell me which all are the forces acting on the body. Tell me. Very simple, right? One is its weight, that is mg. So many questions are going to come. So understand the concept. Then only you will be able to do the questions. I'm warning you, right? Mg. Is there any other force? Yes. Buoyant force acting on the body, which is V rho g. Net force is 0. Any connection between V rho g and mg? Koi connection can you see? Very simple. The net downward force will be equal to the net upward force because the net force acting on the body is 0 and they are getting cancelled each other. So obviously downward force and upward force will be equal. Matlab, here the weight of the body is equal to the buoyant force acting on the body. Very, 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 very important. Okay? Yes? Written? Dekh le, some extra information. Extra information, I think you will all love it. M, mass of the body, hai na? How will you write mass of a body? Volume of the body, density of the body, rho b I am writing, into g is equal to, here on the right hand side, buoyant force, that is volume of the body, density of the liquid into g, hai na? Isn't it? VV cancel, GG cancel. So now tell me, when will the body be floating with its volume completely submerged? In that case of density of the body and density of the liquid are equal. Okay, we have to write something new from here. Clear? Clear hai? Clear hai? Clear hai? Clear hai baro chalo. Clear hai? Ha? Clear hai na? So जल्दी नोट कर ले because we have 2 more cases and after that खूब सारा concept आ रहा है आप सब लोगों के साथ. Yeah, got it. मेरा got it. प्रीति, रमेश, सब्रा, अंजल, ठीक है. So noted everything है ना? बिल्कुल बढ़िया, बिल्कुल awesome. Yes sir. Okay. Now let us look into the other case. So if you all have noted this now, let's go to the other case where the body is floating partially, ऐसे. Beaker, fluid, okay, we are dropping some body and it is partially floating like this, right? Okay, so let's say its total volume is V and the volume of the body, that is submerged inside, let's call it as V dash. Shall we make the equation and let's understand why the body is floating partially? Let's. Here we go. Is the body in equilibrium? Obviously. Equilibrium pe. Is the net force acting on the body 0? Without any doubt, you all can tell me, bilkul. Arey sir ji, if the body is in equilibrium, net force has to be 0. Mark the forces. mg, weight of the body, downward. Upward, buoyant force. Formula for buoyant force. Buoyant force kitna hai mera bachcha log? It is V dash, isn't it? V dash rho into g. Is it V rho g? Bilkul nahi. V rho g, it's not V rho g, it is V dash rho g because only V dash is the volume of the body that is submerged inside the liquid. Khatam, baat hi khatam. So now you can write as the net force is 0, downward mg is equal to V dash rho g. It is V dash rho g. How many of you know why it is not completely getting submerged? Why it is not getting submerged just like the previous case? Aise? Why it is only partially submerged? Dekh le. It's very simple. V dash lesser than V. V dash is a small portion of volume. V is a total volume. है ना? ठीक है. Now, V dash rho g less than V rho g. On both sides, I have added rho g's. Doesn't make a difference to our operation, hai na? Which is less than. It is going to be the same because rho g which we have added on either side, same. What is V dash rho g equal to? V dash rho g is equal to mg. So mg lesser than V rho g. And what is V rho g? V is the total volume. देख ले. V is the total volume into density into G. V rho G is the maximum value of buoyant force that can be acted on the body, isn't it? Right? So V rho G, I'm going to write it as FB max. Maximum value of buoyant force that can be acted on the body. The reason why it is not completely submerged is because the maximum value of buoyant force is greater than the weight of the body, that is mg. So in that case, you can see the body partially submerged. ठीक है? ठीक है? ठीक है चलो? ठीक है चलो? Okay. So here it comes. Okay. जल्दी note down कर ले. Maximum. Very good. My bachas are super good. Simple girl, नाम लेने के लिए there is a rule in our physics class, 100 rupees. पेटीएम करूँ, पहला पेटीएम कर ले, फिर उसके बाद नाम ले लूँगा. नहीं तो आंसर लेना है. So either you have to give me the correct answers or नहीं तो ये. Either you have to do. Fine. Noted. Mansi, Preeti, Sonu, Mahi, Myara, Ujjwal, Ramesh. The body immerses until weight equal to buoyant force. Very good Ramesh. Arey baap re. There are so many brilliant students here in the classroom. Very good Ramesh. Proud of you, mera bacha. Good evening, Sir Ji Sonu. Okay, good evening, Sonu. Noted, right? Shall we proceed to the very last case because many questions are waiting for us. बहुत सारा, खूब सारा questions wait कर रहे हैं हमको. Last case, okay. Last case, everyone write down. This is our fluid. In that fluid, you are going to place some cube, let's say, right? Or you're going to drop something, right? Of a cubical structure. Sometimes you will see that this cube will be moving down with some acceleration. It will go down, I say, until it touches the bottom floor. It will be going down with some acceleration, right? Okay. Now, questions can be sometimes, what is the acceleration with which the cube will be moving down? How will you find out? How will you find out? Because acceleration is equal to net force acting on the body divided by mass of the body. Everybody knows Newton's second law of motion, isn't it? Right. We have to substitute for net force. Mark all the forces acting. Jaldi say one by one. Which all are the forces acting? First one. It's on weight mg. Niche. ठीक है. Then upward buoyant force formula V rho g. Downward, upward, downward, upward. Which direction it is moving? Downward. Which is the greatest force? Downward. So net force is equal to larger minus smaller, है ना? So that is mg minus V rho g divided by m. हो गया. Smile कर ले, write down कर ले, everyone, because we're gonna start the questions. We're gonna start doing the questions. Everyone. Clear? That was the last concept from this part, because after this we'll be starting with the flow of liquids. Yo Myara, aa gaya. Sabra noted. Ujjwal, hi. Game versus knowledge 12. Clear. So tell me, how many of you are ready for MCQs? MCQ. How many of you? How many of you? How many of you? How many of you? Song after doing the first MCQ. Okay. After doing the first MCQ, right, we'll be singing a song. Okay. Arpan, Kamlesh, Abdullah, Mahi, Sabra. Okay. So totally everyone is ready here. Let's get started. Small question. So a timer, 40 seconds ka timer. Shall I start? Okay, shall I start the timer? Here we go. Timer has started. Give me the answer. I'll be looking into the chat box only after the timer so that everybody can do the problem and give me. Now, read question properly, right? I'm not interrupting you in between. After the question, I'll be explaining in depth, okay? So don't worry. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and our time is up. Okay. Now let me see. Myara is like, so maybe B or maybe C. वो नहीं चलेगा मेरा इधर. I want to get the correct answer. Yes, just like Abdullah, it's like C. Okay, Shabra is like B. Kamlesh C, Arpan B, Preeti B, Mahi B. Then Sachin is like, sir, it's D. Anyone else? Last 5 seconds to answer. 4, 3, 2. Myara locked B. Mahi B. Yes, the correct answer is option B. Everyone. It was a very good question, I suppose. Those who did it by yourself. Right? Let's do it. A body of mass 120 kilogram, density 600 kilogram per meter cube. This is the density of material, not water. Right? It is floating in water. Okay. So if we draw the figure, you will see, okay, this particular cube will be in this particular position. Okay. Now, question is the additional mass that has to be added to the body so that the body does not sink. Matlab, how much mass has to be kept on this particular cube so that it will just be completely immersed without sinking. So if we draw the figure, it has to be like this. So on this cube, what is the small mass that has to be kept? This is large mass, right? So that this particular body, right, it will be completely submerged inside the fluid. This is the question. How will you solve it? Simply by using the laws of motion and by using the concept of force. Shall we? Tell me, is the body in equilibrium initially? Obviously, the body is in equilibrium. How will you write? Force mg downwards. Okay. Then let's say this is a v dash. So what is the first equation? Downward force of mg is equal to upward buoyant force. What is the formula? V dash rho g. This is V dash rho g. Primary formula, right? Similarly, second case, Lele. Everyone, take down the second case. Is the body in equilibrium? Yes. Is the net force going to be 0? Yes. We'll write it. Net force is 0. Mark all the forces here. One is, it's on weight mg, right? Capital Mg. The other one is the weight of the extra mass that you keep, small mg. So the total weight downward is capital Mg plus small mg, which is the only upward force. This body is completely inside water. Let's say its volume is V, right? Density of the liquid is rho g. Okay, so the only upward force acting on the body is V rho g. So done. Equate the downward force is equal to upward. Why? Net force is 0. Ho gaya kaam. What is downward forces? Capital Mg plus small mg is equal to upward force acting on the body V rho g. Now let us look into the values and get the answer. Mass of the body is 120, right? Okay. This is 120 into g. What is g? 10, right? So 1200 it becomes, plus m into g. G is 10 into small m is equal to. Now, dekh le, the volume of the body is not directly given, but you can find out. How? Because volume is equal to mass by density. Mass is given 120, density of the material is given as 600. So just by using that, you can get the answer. Look, volume is equal to mass by density. Mass is equal to 120, density is equal to 600, है ना? 600 into density of the liquid is 10 power 3 into G. Done? 120 600 5 times, है ना? 120 600 5 times. 10 by 5 2. 2 into 10 power 3 2000. So 1200 plus 10m is equal to 2000. So 10m कितना? 2000 minus 1800, how much it is? 1200, 800. M is equal to 80. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर भी मिलना चाहिए बच्चा लोग, खुशी भी मिलना चाहिए. तो if both the things happened, then we are so great here. Then we did an amazing thing here. Clear? जल्दी बता. Yes, got it. Noted also. Miara, Preeti, Shabra. Hi, Liam. Liam says I'm Rashid. Okay, hi Rashid. Okay, now everybody is like for the song. Okay, 2 lines from our old song, matlab the song which I usually sing, which is Pehli Nazar Mein. Yaad hai na wo? Chotu wala song. Okay, a small Chotu song. So that I want every one of you to get refreshed a bit. Just tell me, can you all see me? Can you all see me मेरा बच्चा लोग? मैं वापस आ गया है क्या? Now it's fine? Okay, awesome, right? Okay, so there was some connection issue, I suppose. Now we are back on track, right? Small song, then we will be going back to our studies again. Okay, so here we go. पहली नजर में कैसे जादू कर दिया, तेरा मन बेटा है मेरा जिया, जाने क्या होगा क्या पता, इस पल तुम के जी ले जरा, मैं हूँ यहाँ तू है यहाँ, मेरी बाहों में ओ जाने जा दोनों जहां, मेरी बाहों में हर दुआ में शामिल तेरा प्यार है, बिन तेरे है लम्हा है दुश्वार है, धड़कनों की तुझसे ही दरकार है, तुझसे ही चाहते तुझसे ही राहते, तू जो मिली एक दिन मुझे, मैं कहीं हो गया लापता, ओ जाने जा दोनों जहां, मेरी बाहों में भूल जा। Okay, super duper amazing. Thank you, Preeti, Aman, Anjal. Okay, इंडियन आइडल बहुत ज्यादा है ना मेरा निकालेगा मुझे उधर से. वसु, जिया, माही, Sabra, Aman, Preeti. Okay, so if you find it good, बहुत बढ़िया. Thank you so much. Right, and let's get started. So the song was only for relaxing you all, so that you will be back on track. You will be coming back with a full of concentrations, and here we are. Okay. So mechanical properties of fluids. नहीं आता है, please help. That is what we are gonna do here, isn't it? So Jenny S, Harpan, so everyone. Let's continue. Shall we do एक और problem? Now coming back, everyone. जल्दी से बता. Tell me, are you all ready for the next problem? Yes. Class is not over, Anthony. No. Class. कैसे over हो सकता है? Okay. Someone depends on me completely. Sachin, good. I won't let you down, okay? We are going to make an awesome study here in the class. Okay. Next question. Uh-oh. Very good question it is. It is one of the good question. So I'm gonna give you 40 seconds of time again. Read the question properly and do it. 40 seconds started now. It was a very loud noise. Properly read it. Read the question properly and do it. Okay. $18, $17, $13. Last 10 बच्चा लोग. Complete your calculations quickly and give me the answer. Okay, 3, 2, 1 and time is up. What do we have here? Preeti is like, sir, B option is correct. Then Miara is also going with B. Sabra with B. Jia with B. Paddy is like C. Sachin. Arey. Ujjwal, I gave you the time for observing the question. तो मेरा फोन पे देख रहा था. I am not so rich to buy iPhone 13 and all. ये छोटू सा फोन है. Ujjwal C. Mansi B. Okay. So here we go. Yes, the correct option is B. Everyone. Let's do it together. Everyone do the question. A wooden block just float inside the water when 200 gram of mass is placed on it. Draw the figure. Everyone draw the figure. Fluid. Okay. a cube is just immersed inside, and this particular wooden block is having the shape of a cube, right? It is having the shape of a cube. Initially, when you are keeping on that a body of mass 200 grams, the bottom wooden block is completely immersed in this particular way. Is it clear? Fine. Let's say that this particular cube is having a side of A. This wooden block which is in the shape of a cube. Let's give the side size as A centimeters or A meters. Fine. Okay. Now what is happening? What is happening? Just listen here. What is happening is, once you remove this 200 grams of mass from this wooden block, it moves up. Okay, it moves up, and 2 centimeter is being on above the water level. Now 2 centimeter of a side will be above the water level. So how much is there inside the water level? Totally it was a 2 centimeter outward. Now it has a minus 2 meters inside. Okay, 2 is in centimeters, so we'll write it as 2 into 10 power minus 2 for converting centimeters to meter. Okay, done. Now again, whenever you come across problems related to Archimedes, law of flotation and buoyant force, which formula or which concept? Newton's law, right? So here is a body in equilibrium. Yes. Is a net force equal, right? Matlab, is a net force equal to 0? Obviously yes, because the body is at rest. So mark all the forces acting. If this is having a capital M, there will be a downward force of capital mg, right? And if this is 200 grams, it will be having a downward weight. 200 gram matlab 0.2, right? 0.2 kilogram into g, right? That is also downward force. These are the two downward forces. Upward force. Buoyant formula, the volume of this particular cube which is immersed inside the fluid. Side is A, so volume is A cube rho g. Now just write down. Downward forces 0.2 g, g is 10, so 2 plus mass of the body into g, let's keep it as a capital mg, is equal to, the net downward force will be equal to net upward force. What is upward force? V rho g, that is A cube rho g. Done, done, done. Okay, yes. Now let's solve for the second case also. Write down the equations and solve it. You'll get the answer. Here is the body is in equilibrium. Obviously, is the net force acting on the body 0? Yes. Which are the forces acting? Everyone. Mg, its weight, right? And then there is upward buoyant force, that is volume of the body which is immersed, not the entire volume is immersed, only chota volume, right? So we'll write it as V dash rho into g. Tell me, how can we substitute for V dash, which is the volume of the body that is immersed? Area into length, right? How will you write the area of a cube? A into A square. A square into other side, how much it is? A minus 2 into 10 power minus 2, right? Into rho into g. Clear, Anna? Clear? This is the upward buoyant force I have substituted for V dash, which is the volume that is immersed in the second case. Okay, now we just have to simplify these two equations, get the answer for A, that is our answer. A means the side of the cube, that's the question. You know that downward mg is equal to upward A square into A minus 2 into 10 power minus 2 rho g, isn't it? Yes or no? Substitute for mg with this value in the first equation. Then it is done. 2 plus mg is equal to A square inside the bracket A minus 2 into 10 power minus 2 rho g is equal to A cube rho g. है ना? हो गया. Now keep 2 here, right? Keep 2 here. Take this to the left hand side of the equation. So taking commons, A square is common, right? Rho g is common. Here what is remaining? 1a is remaining because you take a square outside. What is remaining here? Whatever is there in the bracket, minus a minus 2 into 10 power minus 2. हो गया. A square rho density of water, that is 10 power 3, right? G is 10, a minus a cancel, minus of minus plus with 2 into 10 power minus 2. समझ में आ रहा है ना? It is simple calculation. I'm just rushing it here. That's all. So this is 2 है ना? देख ले, ये 2 cancel हो गया. A square is equal to 10 power 4 into 10 power 2. 10 power minus 2 is 10 power 2. If this 10 power 2 comes to the left hand side, it will be coming as 10 power minus 2, right? So A is equal to root of 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 1 meters, that is equal to 10 centimeter. मिल गया? मिल गया? Simple, right? I think it was not a very big question at all. छोटू सा ही क्वेश्चन था. यस, कोई भी डाउट है तो जल्दी बता. कोई भी डाउट है तो बता. नोटेड? यस. No doubt. कब तक? Already tired for today. Already tired. इतना ही एनर्जी है आप सब लोग के पास. You only have this much of energy stored in yourself. और ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. हाँ? Arpan doubt. Okay, Arpan is like, sir, I'm going to give you some doubts. And you want to clear it out. Okay, so I think we'll wind up here. And we'll continue in our next class. What do you all say? We'll wind up here for today, right? And we'll continue in the next class. What do you all say? Okay, so we are done with, right, fluids which are stationary. Matlab, till now we were discussing about fluids that was not moving. Yes or no? Yes. So from next class onwards, we are going to talk about fluid which is moving, which is called as fluid dynamics. So from next class onwards, we are going to talk about fluid dynamics. Okay. Fluid dynamics will be starting from tomorrow onwards. I thought about taking till here only, right? It's a new topic. So new topic on a very fresh day will be starting. Fine. It's Tanya. हाँ हाँ आप बिल्कुल बहुत जल्दी आ गए. You came so early, right? Okay, so thank you so much everyone. I'll be updating the notes of this particular class in the Unacademy class 11th and 12th. ठीक है? And also I'll be updating the notes where in our Warriors and Legends group. So I'll be uploading it there. So go for it and get your notes. And bachalo, when you come for tomorrow's class, what do you all have to do? Yes, come prepared. Matlab, you have to go through all the topic that we have covered till now, okay, and come after revision. Tomorrow we'll be always talking about, right? We have so much to discuss, so don't be late. ठीक है? Okay. Okay. Bachalo, let me tell you, if you are going to make the subscription right now, not only you get 10% of discount. How will you get 10% of discount? If you use a code of AMB10, right? Not only you get 10% of discount and maximum offers while you use a code of AMB10, you will be given extra 6 months of free with 12-month subscription. This is only for the first 1,000 subscribers. So make sure that you are one among that 1,000 subscribers, okay? So that you can enjoy 12 plus 6 months being a part of Unacademy family. Okay? Yes. Moving on. These are the other batches which is running right now. Everyone come and join for it, right? Don't wait. And you all know that my batch has also started, है ना? So जल्दी से जल्दी enroll कर ले for that also. So we have started it. So if you don't want to miss any more classes, you can come and join for it. It is the Spark batch, right? Okay. So waiting for every one of you. Now, thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And those who haven't liked the session and shown some love towards Ameer Bhaiya, jaldi se jaldi like the session, right? And show some love towards your Ameer Bhaiya, and also share the class to all your friends and tell them that from tomorrow onwards join the class, because here we are talking so many amazing things. Then subscribe to the channel, okay? And also press the bell icon so that you'll get the notifications whenever a new video happens. Now it's time to say bye bye everyone. Preeti, Man, Danish, Jia, Kunal, Miara, thank you so much Miara, Antonio, okay, Preeti, good night, bye, Kunal, Tanya, Manish, everyone, bye bye, okay, with lots of love. See you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Till then, bye bye, take care and come after.